And joining us now is Brian Murray, an immigration attorney and senior partner at the law firm representing Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Brian, thanks for joining us. You remain adamant Mr. Abrego is innocent when it comes to those human smuggling charges he faces. The government has indicated that he will now be deported to Uganda. So what steps are you taking to prevent that from happening?
Our firm is fighting this on multiple fronts. On Friday, when the government first designated Uganda, we triggered what is known as the reasonable fear interview process, which means Kilmar must be afforded certain humanitarian process before they can effectuate removal to Uganda. We made this request in writing and in person this morning. This morning, we also filed a new habeas lawsuit in federal district court, which your colleague referred to. We have a hearing later today, an initial conference with the judge on that. Meanwhile, we are also planning to file further relief in the immigration court where he was originally ordered his protection for additional relief there as well. Believe me, we will turn over every stone looking for every option we can to fight to protect our client, to fight for our client, and to vindicate his rights.
And there is very short amount of time for you to do so before he is potentially gone from this country, because there's a 72-hour window that the government's required to give people like Abrego before deporting to a third country. What do you make of Uganda being the target destination for deportation?
It's clear this is punitive. Right? There's no other way to look at this. He was offered to return to or to be sent to Costa Rica, a Spanish-speaking country, a country in this hemisphere where he could be with his family. But with the strings attached, he plead guilty to these offenses. And because those negotiations broke down, this is a continuation of this pattern. The government is using the law in extreme and frightening ways to punish Kilmar simply for exercising his rights.
So that plea deal you mentioned would have made Costa Rica the country for deportation. Why wasn't that deal something Abrego wanted to take?
Well, I can't really speak too detailed on the criminal side. There are criminal lawyers that are handling this. We are at Mario Osorio focused specifically on the immigration side of the case. But obviously, with any plea, there are a lot of considerations, and specifically to a return to or deportation to Costa Rica, I think that there's details in making sure that the government is going to live up to their promises. Given the track record in this case, it's understandable if Mr. Abrego Garcia is suspicious and wants to be given assurances.
When it comes to that plea deal, the government continues to say this is all about justice, saying in part this defendant can plead guilty and accept responsibility or stand trial before a jury. Either way, we will hold Abrego Garcia accountable and protect the American people. What say you?
Well, ironic they would say that when everything else that they're doing in this moment, it seems to be to avoid him having the opportunity to vindicate himself in court as soon as he was resistant to a plea offer. If they were really interested in allowing him to see this through in the criminal courts, they wouldn't be trying to deport him in 72 hours.
Brian Murray, thank you very much for taking the time. We will continue to follow this case.